Turning, I will be the net controller for the BeaconNet pre-show tonight at the bottom of the hour, and which is coming up here in about almost five minutes. And I have a NetLogger window open, and it's optional, but I have grabbed some call signs from the NetLogger, from the blue screen, the almost instant messenger. And if there are any other stations that would like to check in and get an early check-in, front row seat here, so to speak, via RF, go ahead. I'm listening. KE8VZA.
Kilowatt Delta 8, Sierra, Quebec.
Kilo Delta 8, Oscar Tango, Quebec.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Romeo.
All right, we got 3 more stations there. KD8OTQ, I grabbed you from the blue screen already, so you were already there, but it's good to hear you. KD8SQ, James, got you on the log, and Harry, KE8ZZR, got you on the log as well. KE8VZA here again. I see Taco Tim popped in the blue screen there. Hi, Tim. Got you on the log. Yeah, Eddie, W3ETB, KE8VZA here. I saw in your blue screen you're asking Just Nick if we got any snow. And there's a light snow around the general area. I shoveled a few inches off the driveway earlier today, and then we got like another dusting. I'm a little bit north of where Just Nick is, so his snow mileage may vary a little bit, but yeah, we got a little bit up here.
Yeah, Eric, I was just trying to clean my glasses so I could see to actually push the button on the phone here. Well, I can see fairly well. But anyway, it does help to have clean glasses. Yeah, I was interested in the snow situation. Actually, you guys are north of where we are here in Annapolis. They're calling for some snow on Thursday and Saturday, so I'm hoping it doesn't do anything. So, as far as I'm concerned, snow, stay away. W3TV, back to net. Thanks, Eric.
All right, Eddie. Yeah, sometimes the snow can be a real nuisance. It's pretty to look at, though. But yeah, hopefully you'll be spared. KE8VZA. KE8VZA here. We have a little 20 seconds to go before we hear our lovely announcer, so please stand by.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
W8WKY.
There she is, and the KY guy too. This is QST. This is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. My personal is Eric Echo Romeo India Charlie, and I'll be your net control station tonight for the Beacon Net pre-show. The Beacon Net meets here on this repeater W8WKY with the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association in Doylestown, Ohio. Every Sunday and Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, with check-ins, pre-checks at 9:30 Eastern. This is a directed pre-net. I ask that all traffic pass through net control, yours truly. And urgent or emergency traffic, please break in at any time. At this point, I'll take a break for urgent or emergency traffic. Please call now. All right, hearing nothing. The W8WKY repeater has a frequency of 147 Mark 390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. You can also connect to us via Allstar. Our node number is 48496. And you can also connect via EchoLink. W8WKY-R is what you'll need to look for in the list or do a search for it, and it should pop right up. So there you have it, the Beacon Net pre-show. Let's go ahead and touch base with our net control team here, our affectionately known as our Mickey Mouse roll call. We'll go up to the top of the batting order, KE8QKO. How you doing tonight, Nick? And are you ready to roll at the top of the hour?
KE8QKO. Doing good. I'm ready to roll at the top of the hour, so I'll stand by for the start of the night. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
Thanks, Nick. You're sounding good on this end. We'll clear with KE8QKO. Let's go down and see if Dustin's out there, KD8EPC. How you doing, Dustin? Are you out there? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? KD8EPC, KE8VZA. Are you out there, Dustin? All right, we'll leave him there for now. We'll see if he pops up here. Anyway, we'll go down next to KD8SLG, Just Nick. I hear you're down on the farm. How's things? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Eric, and all the Beacon netizens. I'm here, man. I'm here. Where else would I be?
All right, good deal. Good to hear you tonight. We'll clear with KD8SLG for now. Let's go down and see if Josh is out there. W8HRF. Josh, are you out there? How are you? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? W8HRF, KE8VZA. Are you out there, Josh? All right, guess not. Let's go down and see if KE8YUK is out there, Lucy. How are you? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight? All right, maybe they're taking the night off. Anyway, we'll clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down and see if KI5DAY Alan is out there. How you doing, Alan? How's Larry? And are we ready to go with alt trivia when the time comes?
KI5DAY in the net. How am I doing? Terrible. They pelted us with rocks and garbage. Sorry, that was having a flashback to a David Letterman special from years ago. If you've seen it, you'll understand. If you haven't, you'll never get that. I'm okay. I actually spent about the last hour and a half doing something quite entertaining. Myself, Jairus, AI5Q, Mitch, KC5PWB, Shannon, KC5RBG, JD, and JP that don't live around this area no more. I have a hard time remembering their call signs anymore. But those guys and Charles, I mean, we all had kind of a rendezvous get-together of the Hamsomniacs for about an hour and a half there, a little over. I was only in there about an hour and a half. I think it lasted a little over 2 hours. There's still a few of them over there talking to each other. Anyway, had a good time with that, and that was quite fun, so hopefully we'll do that again soon. Hamsomniacs hadn't got together on the air in quite some time, and it was quite entertaining, especially to hear JD. That guy's got mental problems, and I sure enjoy him. I'll be ready for some alt trivia, KI5DAY.
All right, Alan. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a good time. I did hear you as NCO on one of the hours of the Beacon Net. I think it was, Boredom Breaker Net on Saturday. I think it was the second hour. But I was way out on the fringe of the Doylestown repeater, so there was no hope of me checking in. But I was there in spirit. Anyway, we'll clear with KI5DAY. That brings us to the end of our net control team here. Let's go ahead and read off who I have thus far on the log. Let me take a break for time. I'll come back and do that in just a sec. KE8VZA returning. I'm here with the Beacon Net pre-show on the W8WKY repeater, and we're going to go through who we have on the log thus far. I picked up W2JLS John, WB4AIZ Chuck from Florida, checked in and out, 7-3 Chuck, K5CFY Ray in the customary 10th slot, AB8MO Andy, W3ETB Eddie, KE8QFT Fred, WV3K Phil, who checked in and out, 7-3 Phil, KE8ZRY Jeremy, let's see, KD8OTQ Scott, KD8SQ James, KE8ZZR Harry, KI5TAQ Taco Tim, and KA8LYJ, Bob. Got you all on the list there. Any other check-ins who would like to get on the log, please give me a call. KE8VZA, I'm listening.
KE8VZA, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, Fred in Akron. Good evening, Eric.
ASI Chevy Minnesota, short time.
Net control. Please copy.
Okay, really?
X-ray. James in New Jersey. Good evening.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo Mosley.
All right, I'll pick it up there. I picked up WA8KOC Fred, AF5JB Matt, who checked in short time. We'll get back to you in a minute here, Matt. KE8YUK Lucy, and there was a New Jersey station that had an X-ray in the call sign. If you could please come back with your call sign again. I couldn't quite make out all of it. Your audio was a little light, but give it another shot, please.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo November X-ray. KE2BNX.
I copy Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, November, X-Ray. James, very good. Thank you for coming back. Got you on the log. Anyone else before we work the list, please give me a call.
W8WKY.
Kilo Foxtrot E Golf KF8G Brian Norton.
Good evening, Eric. You're busy listening.
Please copy Alpha 8, Charlie, Sierra, AA8, CS, Gary, in Fairlawn.
All right, I'll pick it up there. Got to get my verb tenses right there. Anyway, we added KF8G Brian, KC8FQV Mark, and AA8CS Gary, El Presidente. Very good. Let's go ahead and work the list of who's going to stick around and who's not. First, let's go to our short time station, AF5JB Matt. How you doing, Matt? Do you have a couple for the net before you have to go?
Yeah, copy. Good evening to you and everybody else out there on the net. Can't remember if I said it last week, but I'm going to say it before I forget. Happy New Year to everyone, and that had a good weekend. I saw all my friends out town, mainly Oklahoma. Kind of hung up with him and his folks for a little bit, and then of course did laundry and everything else that day, and everything else, and we got back to the top. Was the main event. Of course, I played I played the Woods Launch Batman and Supercars. Kind of hung around there for a little bit, and went home and watched TV and ate some hot wings and did them on the bed. It was just my Saturday night, and then took it easy most of the day. Then went and did a little bit of shopping, and I was getting ready for sort of whole new work week. So, and it's currently 39 degrees. A dashboard, a pair of skies over Tulsa. Moon hadn't came up yet, but other than that, I'm doing very well. Thanks for having me on, and 73. Just a good day, good night, and good stay week as well. And keep on next time, good to hear you, and thanks for having me on. And this is AFI-JB Matt, the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma, by the Megatron, and thanks again. Always good to hear you guys.
Okay, Matt. Very good. Good to hear you tonight. And sounds like you had a good weekend there with friends and some Pac-Man in there and some TV getting ready for the next week. So you have a good week, and we'll talk to you, I'm sure, maybe Wednesday. And so we'll clear with AF5JB for Matt, or for now. His name is Matt, of course. And 7-3, Matt. Let's see. Let's go up to KE8YUK, Lucy. Up near the top here. How are you, Lucy? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. Coming up here way north of the repeater. We will be sticking around. I've got W8HRF on the side. We will be sticking around. And Betty says hi. Back to you.
All right, very good, Lucy. Got you and W8HRF here. Good to hear you. And safe travels. And hi, Betty. Good to know you're out there too. So we're clear with KE8YUK. Let's go down to John, W2JLS. How are you, John? Sounds like you're rustling up some grub there from what I gathered from your earlier QSO with Just Nick. Are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Kilo Eric 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. Good evening on your ears, sir. I am in the throes of creation and almost done, ready to stick this thing in the oven. But yeah, I'll be hanging out, waiting to pop up when it's my turn. So keep me on the list. W2JLS back to net.
All right, John, very good. Got you on the log. Happy baking. We'll clear with W2JLS. Let's go down and see if Ray's out there. K5CFY. How you doing, Ray? Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight? K5CFY, KE8VZA. Are you out there, Ray? All right, maybe Ray is taking the night off. I know he's very radioactive, so he deserves an evening off every now and then, right? All right, we'll clear with K5CFY. Let's go down and talk to Andy, AB8MO. How are you, Andy? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA. This is AB8MO. Oh, I just got word that a friend of mine had a new arrival. Her name is Liberty Grace. So I got the picture, and I'm smiling from ear to ear. There's also a lot of snow on the ground, but you guys probably figured. Yes, I live in a glue factory, Alan. Yeah, we're discussing Glue Huffers Anonymous here on the blue screen, apparently. I'll stick around. This is AB8MO.
Well, that's good news, Andy. Congrats to your friends for the new arrival, and that's always exciting. Yeah, I missed what was going on in the blue screen. I'll have to scroll up later. But I saw something about should have exhaled. Okay. All right, good to hear you, Andy. Got you on the log. We'll clear with AB8MO. Let's go down to Eddie, W3ETB over in Maryland. How you doing, Eddie? I know we spoke a little bit earlier. Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Yeah, Eric, I'll still be here. I'll be hanging around. Just cold day out, and it's very cold outside. I think when I looked at the weather, it was like 33 degrees, but it feels like 22 out there. I'm glad to be inside. It's actually 17-mile wind with 35-mile gusts. It's a good day to be inside. And yeah, Nick, I did exhale, but it didn't do any good. I'm still high. As Alan would probably say. Anyway, back to you there. W3ETV, back to net.
All right, Eddie. We're not too far off of your temperature there. Here at the QTH, it's about 28 degrees, so yeah, we're right there with you. Anyway, good to hear you, Eddie. Got you on the log. There with W3ETB. Let's go down to Fred, KE8QFT. How you doing, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
Oh, yeah. Howdy, everybody. I'll be here. Good football game on. Back to the pre-net.
W8WKY.
All right, Fred, very good. Good to know about the game. We'll clear with KE8QFT for now. Let's go down and talk to Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How you doing, and are you going to stick around for the big show tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Eric, and everybody's checked in so far. Yep, I'm going to stick around, so I will talk to you then. KE8ZRY, that's next.
Okay, Jeremy, very good. Got you on the log, sticking around. We'll clear with KE8ZRY. Let's go down and talk to Scott, KD8OTQ. How you doing, Scott? And are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Evening, Eric, and everyone on the net. Yeah, I should be able to stick around tonight to hear trivia. KD8OTQ.
All right, very good, Scott. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KD8OTQ. Let's go down to James, KD8SQ. How are you, and are you going to stick around for the main net tonight?
Good evening. Doing good down here. I go by Jim, that's the preferred name. I guess I'm going to be in and out. I got some running around to do here yet. But I'm going to try to listen through. KD8SQ.
All right, very good, Jim. I updated your preferred name in the log here. Thanks for relaying that. And, yeah, listen out. If you want to recheck later, go ahead. This is KE8VZA. We'll clear with KD8SQ. This is the BeaconNet pre-show. We're going through our list of check-ins and figuring out who's going to stick around and who's just getting their ticket punched. Next up here is Harry, KE8ZZR. How are you, Harry? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA, this is KE8ZZR. Yes, Eric, I will be sticking around.
Good deal, Harry. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KE8ZZR. Let's go down to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. How are you, Tim? Are you going to stick around for trivia and hijinks?
Yeah, I am sticking around for trivia. And, of course, you know I'm always up to some hijinks here and there. Like calling Alan Trouble or Jack Sparrow. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Jack Sparrow. There's got to be a story there. I bet you there's a story there. All right, Tim. Got you on the log sticking around. We'll clear with KI5TAQ. Let's go down to Bob, KA8LYJ. How are you, Bob? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
KE8VZA. This is KA8LYJ. Linger. Bit too fatigued for hijinks. I might be up for some low jinks. But I'll be here. This is KA8LYJ.
All right, Bob. Yeah, later at night, low jinks are a little easier to handle. Anyway, good one. I like that. We'll clear with KA8LYJ. Got you on the log, Bob. Next up is WA8KOC Fred. How are you, Fred? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Hey, good evening, Eric, to you and everyone else in here on the net. You're sounding good. Thanks for taking my check-in. It's been a while since I've been up, and feeling pretty tired. So I think I'm going to skip joining in with the trivia, although I'll miss it. Hopefully everybody had a good week and a good weekend, what's left of it, to everybody. And I'll say 7-3 and hand it back to you. Take good care of yourself, pal. 7-3. KE8VZA, WA8KOC.
right, Fred. Consider your parking validated. Thanks for checking in tonight and 7-3. I'm sure we'll hear you in the upcoming week on the Barometer Net. We'll clear with kit WA8KOC. And let's go down next to James, KE2BNX, over in New Jersey. How are you, James? And are you going to stick around for the main net and trivia tonight?
KE2BNX. Yeah, we have you on in the background, so we'll hang out for a bit. We're actually testing out a brand new TYT 9000D Allstar hotspot. So you guys are being broadcast at about 60 watts on simplex 1.25 meters. And you guys are burning in my new radio, so I appreciate that. And yeah, I'll hang out and see what's going on. KE2BNX.
All right, James, very good. Good luck with the hot spot there. We'll leave you on the log as sticking around. We'll clear with KE2BNX. Next up is Brian, KF8G. How are you, Brian? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Yeah, I'll stick around. I'm not doing any hijinks, but I'll be around for shenanigans. KF8G.
All right, Brian. Yeah, let's see if we can weave shenanigans in with hijinks and low jinks and come up with some sort of a twisted, distorted tapestry there. Okay, good to hear you, Brian. Got you on the log. We'll clear with KF8G. Let's go down to Northern Mark, KC8FQV. How are you, Mark? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Alright, yeah, we're just going to leave all the things reset. Yeah, I'm going to stick around. Yeah, today it was like that 3-layer pudding, or 3-layer jello outside. Creamy on the bottom and fluff, and then real fluff. But yeah, I'll stick around. KCFQV.
All right. Love the Jell-O analogy there, Mark. As long as there's no carrots in it. I'm not a big fan of carrots in the Jell-O. I'll eat it, but, I'd rather not. Anyway, good to hear you, Mark. We'll clear with KC8FQV. Let's go down to Gary, AA8 Custom Select. How are you, Gary? And are you going to stick around for the net tonight?
Good evening, Eric, and everyone on the net. This is Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra, Custom Select in some circles, as you have identified. I'm just going to get my ticket punch tonight. I got a couple things I'm working on. One for the club and some other things as well. And the only thing I have to share is information about my latest colonoscopy, so I'm not going to bore you guys with that fabulous story. So I'll just settle for getting the ticket punch tonight. Do want to say good evening to everybody. 73. Have a terrific rest of the weekend, what's left to it. And we'll talk to you again real soon. We got a meeting coming up on Thursday, so be there or be square. This is AA8CS back to net.
All right, Gary. Well, thanks for sparing us the details. That's a reminder to me. I actually have to schedule one of those here in the next few months. So, yeah, maybe we can tell some more stories, or maybe we can just glance at each other, look away, and not. Anyway, I have to say, Friday was a first. I heard an unforced circle back on the Barometer Net. That was interesting. Anyway, and some other circle backs, too. I was starting to get a little busy again. But I hung on. I hung on. Anyway, good to hear you, Gary. Got your ticket punched, and I'm sure we'll hear you further on down the coax this week. And looking forward to the meeting. Yes. Thanks for joining us, Gary. We're clear with AA8CS. And that brings us to the end of the pre-show. I am KE8VCA with the BeaconNet pre-show. And We have our check-ins at 9:30 Eastern. We roll on into the net at the top of the hour at 10 p.m. Eastern, which it almost is 10. I'm vamping here. We have about 15 seconds. So KE8QKO, Nick at Nite, if you're ready, you can take her early there if you like.
KE8VZA, KE8QKO, yeah, I'll take it, but I want overtime pay. All right, good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is KE8QKO, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WAWKY repeater, 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink WAWKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside Network, and various other repeaters. And we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. Any stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Julia Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Julia Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Kilo Yankee, KF8 DKY. Andy Lowe, I am up in Tuslaw, Ohio.
November 8, Yankee Mike Yankee, N8YMY John. I'm just going to be in and out tonight. 7-3 is Nick. Have a good night.
This is KE9CQD, Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec Delta. Tim up in Northwest Indiana.
Kilo Juliet 5, November Uniform Charlie. Emily in Broken Arrow, and I'm going to be in and out.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango, AAHCT, Craig in Shreve. And I'll be in and out as well. Have a good evening and take care, Nick.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Papa Bravo, KF8 EPB, Brian in Cuyahoga Falls, and I'll be in and out.
All right, this is KE8QKO. Thank you for a fine, orderly list there, everybody. I do appreciate it. I'm going to run through the list that I've got. I've got K6KJB, Rev Kev, KF8DKY, KF8DKY, Andy. I have N8YMY John, who's in and out. I have KE9CQD Tim. I have KJ5 NUC, Kilo Julia 5, November Uniform Charlie, Emily, checking in and out. I have AA8CT, in and out, and I have KF8 EPB, in and out. Are there any additional check-ins that would like to check in the Beacon Net? Please call now.
Kilo Echo 2 Bravo November X-ray. Kilo Echo 2 Bravo November X-ray. James, New Jersey. Good evening.
All right, I've got Kilo Echo Bravo November X-Ray. James checking in there. Thanks for checking in, James. All right, we're going to stop it right here. We're going to go talk to our trivia masters, get our trivia answers read. We're going to run through the check-ins we've already got, get everybody's answers and comments and all the fun stuff we do on the net. And then we'll do more rounds of check-ins after that. So if you did not make it in this round, please stand by, enjoy the net, and we will give you another chance to check in here once we get through everybody. Let's go up to KE8 VZA, get the primary question read. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net. This is KE8VZA with main trivia. Which physicist first demonstrated that electromagnetic waves could be transmitted over short distances? Was it Alpha, Heinrich Hertz, Bravo, James Clerk Maxwell, Charlie, Guglielmo Marconi, or Delta, Alfred Nobel? I'll take a break and read it again. KE8VZA back with main trivia. Which physicist first demonstrated that electromagnetic waves could be transmitted over short distances? Was it Alpha, Heinrich Hertz, Bravo, James Clerk Maxwell, Charlie, Guglielmo Marconi, or Delta, Alfred Nobel? I'll put this in the blue screen momentarily. KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. Fine trivia question. Let's go talk to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia question read. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, yeah, hopefully I can get through this without coughing. I'm still dealing with this allergy thing, but I did take a Zyrtec, so hopefully that will help. Tonight's alternate trivia answer is brought to you by my barbecue chicken that I cooked earlier. Yeah, that was good. Let me let this drop, and I will read this question and give you your answers. Hang on. All right, here we go. If you were in a large bath with a system of underwater jets to massage the body, you would be relaxing in the jacuzzi. So what was the original origin of the name used to name the jacuzzi? Again, if you were in a large bath with a system of jets of water to massage the body, you would be relaxing in the jacuzzi. What was the original origin of the name jacuzzi? Was it A, from the Jacuzzi brothers, B, an underground spring that surfaces to become a geothermal spring? Was it C, a scientific term for the swirl created by boat props? Or D, from the Japanese clan of the Cornwaldo Koozies? KI5DAY will post this in the blue screen.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. I'm going to think on that one for a little bit before I make my final answer on my little note log here. But good question. All right, let's go talk to some people. We're going to start with W2JLS. John, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beaconette tonight?
KE8QKO. Mr. Nick, how are we doing tonight? I'm good. I just threw a lasagna in the oven. I've probably mentioned that twice already, so my apologies to those who checked in early. Yeah, so it's starting to smell nice in here. Don't really have a whole lot that I have to do tonight. I'm probably going to get into a project or two on the computer, and I may move down to the radio room and listen in on RF the way it should be. I apologize, I'm on EchoLink at the moment, but sometimes that's the way it goes. Let's see, so the trivia questions, I will confess I didn't hear all of the choices on the jacuzzi question, so that being said, I don't know the answer right off without the choices. And I do think the the main trivia, my guess is going to be hertz. So that's where I am. I'm a hertz guy, and I'm a blank on the old trivia. W2JLS, passing it back. Thanks for having me, Nick.
All right, not a problem, John. You know what? I was waiting for them to show up in the blue screen, so I'm going to go back up to Alan here and have him reread it. But first, I need to do this. This is KE8QKO with a WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390 positive, also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Listening to our sweet trivia questions this evening. Ready to go to KI5DAY Alan to get the alternate trivia question read for us again. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, sure, I'll read it again. If you were in a large bath with a system of underwater jets to massage the body, you would be relaxing in the jacuzzi. What was the original origin of the name, the jacuzzi? Was it from A, the Jacuzzi Brothers, B, an underground spring that surfaces to become a geothermal spring? Is it C, a scientific term for the swirl created by boat propellers? D, it's a clan of Cornwaldo koozies. KI5DAY, back to that.
All right, thank you, Alan. Let's go back down to W2JLS and get the see what he has for his alternate trivia answer. John, take it away.
Yeah, W2JLS returning. Thanks, Nick. You didn't have to do that for me. I appreciate both of you for obliging. I guess I still don't know, and I'm half Italian. I can't say I've ever heard the name jacuzzi, but the others don't sound any better. So I'm going to go with the name, the family name, I guess, would be my guess here. Anyway, again, thanks for the reread, and I'll pass it along.
All right, well, thank you there, John. Got your answers down for, I think, Alpha and Alpha. And, yeah, enjoy that lasagna. Sounds fantastic. After you, we have two in-and-out stations. That's WB4AIZ and K5CFY, which is going to take us down to AB8MO Andy. How you doing, Andy? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Roger, it was Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Kilo Yankee, CKY, like the band. Anyways, I just got home from door dashing and Uber eating all night, and I'm sitting here on my OG Baofeng. Thought I'd call in when I heard you guys, and was out with the Massillon Amateur Radio Club this afternoon, helping set up and get things ready for Winter Field Day. As for the answer to one of your trivias, I'm going to have to go with Hertz, and unsure on the other one.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right. So can you come back with your call sign phonetically again? I was actually trying to reach out to Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar. You had a bit of scratch on your transmission, and I didn't have my pen in my hand when you announced your call sign. You want to come back with it again, please?
Roger, sorry, I'm sitting in a metal box. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Kilo Yankee, KF8CKY.
All right, copy that, Andy. That's what was us. I got the wrong Andy. We have Kilo Foxtrot 8 Charlie Kilo Yankee. For my net logger, yeah, you got it right there. All right, so we got you in there. We have your first answer down as Alpha, and I think you said you were passing on the alternate trivia. Is that correct?
Yeah, that would be correct. I don't know anything about hot tubs and jacuzzis, so I'm going to pass on that one.
All right, copy that, sir. Thanks for checking in. Got you in there. Let's go back up to AB8MO, the other Andy. See what he's up to tonight. Andy, take it away.
This is AP8MO. Hopefully you guys hear me now. This is about the most mic gain that I can throw in there. Yeah, this is the other Andy, Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, and yeah, the data was stale, so Nick just suggested what I was going to say. And no, the data is still wrong. Yeah, if you hit tab while highlighting the line, it should correct it. So Zachary was Delta Kilo Yankee, which was wrong call sign. That's why it's doing that. But anyhow, well, people are saying they can't hear me, that I'm whispering. That's why I'm overmodulated, because nobody can hear me here, Alan. So what do you want, overmodulation, or you can't hear me? So I'm going to say air conditioning, Alpha Charlie, or alternating current for my answers. And I'm about ready to give up on my Allstar Node here, because nobody can hear me. Back to net, this is AP8MO.
All right, well, thank you, Andy. We got your answers down for Alpha and Charlie. And you know what? I'm going to be honest, I'd rather hear you than not hear you. So I guess if you're going to be a little overmodulated, then you're a little overmodulated, and that's just how things go. Maybe, I don't know, there's probably a setting, and maybe there's a setting at All-Star where you could adjust that. I have no idea. I never really play around with that. I just plugged the thing in, and it seems to work, and I haven't really tinkered with it much. I probably should. But regardless, we got you in, and I appreciate it. And we got your trivia answers. So have a great night, Andy. Enjoy your work week. Next, we have W3ETB Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Hi there, Nick. The other Nick. We had two Andys now. We got two. We always have two Nicks anyway. Actually, I think there's three Nicks. Isn't there a Nickelodeon out there somewhere? Maybe they'll check in later on if they haven't already. Actually, it's like I said, still staying inside, keeping warm as I can. Trying to fight off this cold. Actually, this is the 8th day now. And I decided today to go get actually some medicine for it. So I usually have been taking Coracetin HBP. I've taken that in the past, and it's usually after 2 or 3 pills, it usually knocks it out of me. So I'm hoping it'll do the same today, because I've taken 2 pills. So hopefully tomorrow I'll take another 1 or 2, and we'll see if it gets rid of it. So. Hopefully I'll have a better night's sleep. I've been so congested here lately, particularly at night, and I think a lot of other people probably experience that as well. During the day you don't feel too bad, but at night when you're trying to sleep, then you can't handle it. It just, gets really very congested and stuffy. So anyway, as far as trivia questions go, I'll give you my answers and let you get on down the list. I'm going to go for the main with C for Marconi. I really wanted to do A, but then I said, well, okay, maybe C. So I think, C I think C was Marconi. And then for Allen's, I like the idea of the fact that, the Zukuzi is actually the hot spring thing. So I think that's B. So it's C and B for me. And I'll turn it back to you there, Nick. W3ETB, back to that.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Got your answer down for Charlie and Bravo. Thanks for checking in. Next, we have KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing, Fred? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
W8WKY.
Well, I would say Bravo and Bravo as far as your trivias are concerned. So, we'll try to keep them in that order. B and B, bread and bed and breakfast, whatever. Boy, some good football today. The Bills played a good game. Man, won the last minute field goal. Good game on tonight. Well, last year The New England Patriots are 3-14, and this year they're 14-3. Now, I wish a certain other team could make a turnaround like that. KE8 QFT back to net control.
All right. Well, thank you, Fred. Glad to hear the Bills are doing good. My father-in-law will be happy. He loves them. We got your answer down there for Bravo and Bravo. Next, we had an in-and-out station, which was WB3K, and that's going to take us down to KE8ZRY. Jeremy, how you doing, Jeremy? And how's life now back at school?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZRY, Jeremy here in Ashland. Hope everybody's doing well. Life now that I'm back at school. Last week was crazy. It was definitely the first week back from break, fixing Chromebooks and such. Love my job, but some of these kids, I don't know. I don't know what they do. They throw them and everything, but it's just crazy. Crazy week. It's good to relax, though. Had a pretty good weekend. It was a busy weekend, but still a good weekend. And getting ready for the next week. So we actually have a 3-day weekend next weekend, so looking forward to that. With that, my trivia answer is going to be Alpha and Alpha. I really hope everybody has a great week, and I'll talk to everybody on Wednesday again. This is KE8ZRY, 73. Have a great evening.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, I imagine the first week back is probably kind of crazy. I know you said your trivia. I was reading the blue screen and it went one ear and out the other, but I think my net logger will have it show up here in a second. And if I missed it, I'll get back to you. But thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Next, we have KD8OTQ, Scott. How you doing, Scott? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
Evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. KD8OTQ. Yeah, like Jeremy, I've got a 3-day weekend next weekend, so looking forward to that after I get through this week. And not too much going on. Looking at some stuff on DX engineering, which is never good for the fun. But everyone have a good week, and my answers are Alpha and Alpha for the trivia. So we'll say 7-3s to everyone. And turn it back to you, KD8OTQ.
All right. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate you checking in there. We got your answers for Alpha and Alpha. It appears my net logger might have missed the trivia for Jeremy as well. So let's go back up to KE8ZRY and see if he can repeat his trivia answers for us.
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZRY coming back. This is going to be Alpha and Alpha. Alcoholics Anonymous. Glad I can help use that. Back to you, KE8ZRY.
All right, thank you, sir. Got your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. Our next station is in and out. That's KD8SQ, and that's going to take us down to KE8ZZR. Harry, how you doing, Harry? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Nick at Night, and everybody else that's on the net. Not a whole lot happening here, just watching some football today. 3 or 4 good games there I watched on the NFL, so that's about it. Did some odds and ends around the house, so that's the extent of my day here, and looking forward to the meeting on Thursday. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Nick. And my trivia answers are going to be A is an alpha and A is an alpha, both the main and the alternate. This is KE8ZZR clear.
All right, thank you, Harry. Got your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. Thanks for checking in. Next, we have KI5TAQ Taco Tim from Bofang, Oklahoma. Man, I love me some tacos. Take it away, Tim.
Good evening there, just Nick at Nite. Let me get the questions out of the way. I'm going to go main trivia, alpha, alternate trivia, delta. And I'm sticking to it. And hopefully, maybe you guys get to have a chance to have a little bit more fun, well, shall we say, enjoying more radios out there. Maybe extend the net a little longer. Might be a good idea. I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, thank you, Tim. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Delta. Thanks for checking in. Oh, I forgot to identify. I was on a run there. This is KEAQKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark II. I know a positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Ooh, got to get that in there. Next we have KA8LYJ Bob. How you doing, Bob? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
KE8QKO and the group. This is KA8LYJ. Not too much. It's been a pretty decent day. Played D&D tonight. My paladin was almost sent to meet his god twice, but ended up coming out still with that character. So got that going. Week taking Lily to Disney on Ice Wednesday, and then we got the meeting on Thursday. And for trivia, I'm going to go Alpha and Alpha. And Eric, make sure you get those logged in the right order. It's Alpha and Alpha, not Alpha and Alpha. Yeah, this is KA8LYJ.
All right, well, thank you, Bob. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Alpha, not Alpha and Alpha. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. Next two stations are in and out. That's WA8KOC and AF5JB, which is going to take us down to KE2BNX. James, how you doing, James? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight? Kilo Echo 2, Bravo, November, X-Ray. Are you out there and do you have comments for the beacon net? All right, nothing heard from James. Perhaps he wants to come back and recheck with us later, and we'd be happy to take it. Next, we're going to talk to KF8G, Brian. How you doing, Brian? What do you have for the beacon net tonight?
Oh, just watching the football games and my idiot cat. You know, you buy him all these toys and stuff, and what's this moron playing with? A square piece of gold chroma packing box, and she was just terrorizing the upstairs with it. Oh, what do you do with them? Well, anyway, my answer is 42 as usual, but not much else going on. Kind of watch the weather. I guess Wednesday and Thursday is a possibility of anywhere from 1/10 of an inch of snow to 100 feet, so you never know how that goes. So with that, I will turn it back to the net. KFHG, everybody have a good evening.
All right, well, thank you, Brian. Yeah, cats are finicky, weird creatures like that. They play with all kinds of weird stuff. We have a ton of toys for our cats, and they don't touch them. But yeah, an open box. You leave an open box on the floor, and all of a sudden it's like a freaking mansion. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. All right, next we have KC8FQV, Mark. How you doing, Mark? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
All right, KCFQ, and the Jacuzzi one I'm going to say D, and the other one I'll say C. The Jacuzzi one, the alternative, I guess that is, I think. That would be D, and the other one I'll say C, so it would be CD, compact disc. So we'll send it back to net control. Yeah, it was interesting. We had a lot of snow up here, and we looked down the other side of Akron. They got a dusting. They think that we're talking about stuff. Well, go look at OGO cameras. Look at cameras up north here. You'll see. We got clobbered. Let's send it back to net. But I'll say C and D. So KCFQB, back to net.
Thank you, Mark. And I'm going to use this as an example for everyone, hopefully. If you say the letter without saying the letter phonetically, it makes it very difficult for my net loggers sometimes to hear. And in this case, he got it wrong. He wrote down Charlie and Charlie, when in fact, Mark said Charlie and Delta, but he did not say the phonetics. And since some letters sound like other letters, which is why we use phonetics, it makes it more difficult for him to log the net. And I don't want to make his job more difficult because I don't want to log the net. So please, use phonetics. Next station we have is In and Out. That's AA8CS. Oh, Gary's in and out. Well, that's lame. He got to talk to Eric, but he didn't talk to me. I'll see how that goes. I'd say I give him crap on Thursday, but I'm actually not going to be able to be there on Thursday. So I have an early doctor's appointment on Friday, and it's not going to be good to be at the club meeting on Thursday. But that's okay. That's how it goes. Let's go down and talk to K6KJV. Kevin. Rev Kev, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, hello there, Mr. Nick. This is, I'll say hello to the rest of the crew, the youngins. I hope Larry survived dinner with Alan. And this is K6KJV of the Cayenne Corn Waldo bean. In the end, there can only be one, and may it be Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. So with that, I'm going to go with double D's, as always, Delta and Delta. Contrary to what some I think and say, you can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo Bean. So back at you there, Mr. Nick, after I say God bless, 73, and Maranatha, everyone.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Got your answers down for double D's. Thanks for checking in. It's good to hear you. And your usual answer. Appreciate it. All right, the next station we already talked to, which was KF8CKY. Next station after him is In and Out. That's N8YMY, and that's going to take us down to KE9CQD. Tim, how you doing, Tim? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Running the net tonight. I'm just happy to get back home for a bit. I don't think I would check in on the BeaconNet members, so I'm just busyness. No real reason, any problem. The holidays were crazy. There was some family travel. My sergeant needed a job, and so it's been busy. I haven't gotten to play much radio as I used to. But tonight, I got to now, and enjoying listening to the net. Trivia tonight. For Maine, I'm going to go with B, Bravo, and for alternate, I'm going to go with B, Bravo. We'll do the double there. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, Net Control, and yeah, this is KE9CQB.
All right, thank you, Tim. Just so you know, you were really kind of broken up there. It didn't sound like bad traffic from a radio signal. It sounded like you maybe have some sort of packet loss. on your node or whatever node you're connecting through. That's my best guess. Yeah, mostly readable. We got your answers in as Bravo and Bravo. Just letting you know that there was something on the transmission that was something a little bit off. Maybe you have to turn something off and back on again. I don't know if that's it or not. Maybe some kids in the house are streaming. That happens here sometimes. If too many people are using the internet, my connection to my office is weak, and it makes me unhappy. Anyway, thanks for checking in. I do appreciate it. The next 3 stations after Tim were in and out. That's NJ5, NUC, AA8CT, and KF8EPB. And that's going to take us down to AI5Q. Wait. No, before I go down to Cheris, I've got a station in my log that's not on the blue screen, that's not up on the net logger, and that's going to be KE2BNX, Kilo Echo 2, Bravo November X-Ray James. James, if you're out there and you want to get back to us, please call now. Oh, I just realized he was in there twice. That's why it was on my log and not on the... He checked into the pre-show and checked in again at the end, but didn't respond when I called him. Sorry, that's how it goes. Let's go talk to Jairus, AI5Q. Take it away, sir.
AI5Q here. I don't know what to guess for the trivia questions. I heard Alan's trivia question, and I think the answer I want to go with for the alternate is, what was it about? Let's go Bravo. And for the main trivia, I'll guess Charlie. So Charlie and Bravo. But I'm just on the phone with Shannon. He's getting ready to go to bed. He's got some early appointments tomorrow, and we were talking on Simplex/Nodes combined earlier tonight for the Hamsoniac reunion. It was a lot of fun. AI5Q, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Jairus. We got your answers down there for Charlie and Bravo, and if you're still talking to Shannon, tell him we said hi. We always miss him. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. All right, this is KE8QKO on the W8WKY repeater, 147, Mark 290, positive also with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. Ready for more check-ins. If you would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Zulu Lima 3, Tango Oscar 3, Tango Oscar Mike, ZL3, TLM, Thomas Christchurch.
All right, I've got Zulu Lima 3, Tango Oscar Mike Thomas checking in there. Would anyone else like to check into the BeaconNet? Please call now.
W8WKY.
Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha, KJ5 ATA, Georgetown, Texas. This is Guy. And checking into the BeaconNet. Out, over, and out, whatever.
All right, would anyone else like to check into the BeaconNet? I've got KJ5 ATA in there, so I didn't acknowledge you there, but I want to say, if anyone else wants to check in, please call now.
Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. This is Mark in Pasadena, Texas.
Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Mark, anyone else want to check in? Call now. All right, we got those three, and then we got one in and out from the blue screen, which is N5KBD, who is, like I said, in and out. So, before we go down to our new additions to the BeaconNet, we're going to go and get our trivia questions read again. We're going to start with KE8VZA to get the primary question read. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the group, KE8VZA here. Main trivia, which physicist first demonstrated that electromagnetic waves could be transmitted over short distances? Was it Alpha, Heinrich Hertz, Bravo, James Clerk Maxwell, Charlie, Guglielmo Marconi, or Delta, Alfred Nobel? I'll put this in the blue screen again, KE8VZA back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Another fine question. Let's go talk to KI5DAY to get the alternate question read again. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. All right, then, here we go. If you were in a large bath with a system of underwater jets to massage the body, you would be relaxing in the jacuzzi. What was the original origin of the name used to name the jacuzzi? Was it A, from the Jacuzzi brothers, B, an underground spring that surfaces to become a geothermal spring, C, a scientific term for the swirl created by boat propellers, or D, from the Japanese clan of Cornwaldo Guzzi? KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Let's go down and talk to Zulu Lima 3 Tango Oscar Mike. Thomas, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Well, hello everybody. This is ZL3TOM, Thomas from Christchurch, New Zealand, coming via Allstar this afternoon here in New Zealand. We hope everybody's doing well. It's a fine Monday evening here, 4:42 p.m. here in New Zealand. Great questions here for today's net. Really cool. My guesses are going to be, for the first question, Charlie C, and the second question, C as well. So it's Charlie for first and second question. Really good to be here. Been very hot weather here in New Zealand. Last few days it's been in the 30 degrees plus here, Celsius. I think that's about 84 plus Fahrenheit. It's been very warm here in Christchurch, especially in where I am. So good to be here on net today. Again, it is pretty much 4:45 here in the evening here in New Zealand. Good to be here on the net. Again, my answers are Charlie and Charlie for both questions. This is ZL3TOM. Coming through my Allstar 40452, and for more details, I'm all good on QRZ. This is ZL3TOM back to control, and thank you so much for a beautiful net, and good to be here today. Thank you so much. This is ZL3TOM back to net.
All right, thank you, Thomas. Thanks for checking in there. It's good to hear you. Come back anytime. We do meet so we meet at 10 p.m. Eastern time here in the U.S. every Sunday and Wednesday. So come on back and join us. We have your answers down as Charlie and Charlie. Next, we're going to talk to KJ5 ATA Guy. How you doing, Guy? And what do you have for the BeaconNet tonight?
Yeah. BeaconNet. Nick at night. Yeah. This is KJ5 ATA Guy from Georgetown, Texas. I'm going to say Alpha and Alpha. Yeah, those are going to be my answers, and I got to say, man, we're already in the midway of January. Where did the days go by? Anyways, it's getting colder here in Texas. It's probably rather colder in Ohio, but at any rate, it's still getting kind of cool here. You got to wear a jacket outside. Whatever. Just, I guess I'm just saying, out here. So, anyways, this is KJ5 AGA that can work control.
All right, well, thank you, Guy. Got your answers down there for Alpha and Alpha. And, yeah, I've been to Texas, not in January, but up to January. And I got to say, I don't know if I've ever really worn a jacket in Texas. Maybe at night. If it's late at night and it gets really cold at night, I might wear a jacket. But for the most part, I might step up to a sweater. But I'm an Ohio person, and I'm pretty well used to the cold. So I'm pretty sure down there, I might wear a hoodie, and I might not. But, yeah, thanks for checking in. I appreciate it. Like I think I said I got your answers down for Alpha and Alpha. This is KEAQKO in the WWQI repeater 147, Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114, Mark 8. And we're going to talk to K3MBC, Mark. How you doing, Mark? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight?
That's K3MBC. Thanks for running the net tonight. I don't have a whole lot. Just trivia answers will be Alpha and Alpha. And right now in the Houston, Texas area, it's a balmy 47. So just about a step above hoodie weather for us Texans. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Mark. Yeah, I got your answer down for Alpha and Alpha, and that is straight up hoodie weather for me. I wear a hoodie most of the winter here, unless it's really cold. Today I was out. Wife and I went shopping. Went to like Sam's Club and the grocery store and all that stuff. When I first went out, it was fine wearing a hoodie. We came out of Sam's Club and the wind had picked up and it was 28 degrees. And I was like, kind of wishing I had a heavier jacket on when the wind picked up. 'Cause, yeah, that's how it goes. But thanks for checking in there, Mark. Good to hear you. And like I said, N5 KBD was in and out. We're at the bottom of our list. So if anyone would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Well, good evening. This is Chris in Amherst, KEA-MMY. Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee.
W8WKY.
All right, I've got KE8MMY checking in there. Anyone else want to check into the beacon net, please call now. All right, KE8MMY, take it away, sir. What do you got for the beacon net tonight?
Just wrapping up a nice relaxing weekend. I had fallen asleep and taken a nap watching football and woke up to hear your sonorous voice and caught the trivia questions just as they went by. And so I'm going to go with, I don't remember the positions, but I'm going to go with Marconi. And then I'm going to go with the alternate trivia. I will go with the Jacuzzi Brothers. So that's all I have for the net tonight. Kind of disappointed that it wasn't 60 degrees all weekend, but hey, at least we were still keeping the water from being solid. KE8 MMY, back to net.
All right, Chris, thanks for checking in. We got your answers down there as Charlie and Alpha. All right, this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 3.0, positive also with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we are ready for more check-ins. If you want to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go talk to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8VZA. Eric, how you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKO and the net, KE8VZA here. Good to hear everybody tonight. Had a good weekend. Let's see, Norrs had their weekend lunch Saturday at the Foundry Bar and Grill in downtown Elyria, Ohio, right across the street from the Norrs repeater. And remember, no kerchunkification without identification. Anyway, so kerchunks were had, and the food was very good, and the company was even better. Saw Chris, KE8MMY there, amongst others. And what else? Did a little shopping, picked up a few new additions to my work wardrobe. Gotta go through the rotation and get rid of the worn stuff and replace it every now and then. So we got a couple of new shirts and pants, so we'll be all set. What else? Scraped the driveway today. Oh yeah, that was fun. Anyway, yeah, that's my excitement. Get a few other things done around the house, but we don't need to bore everybody to tears. But yep, good to hear everybody. And with that, let's see, trivia. I'm going to go for the alternate. I'm going to go with Alpha. So KE8VZA.
Fireside is gone.
All right, thank you, Eric. Sounds like a good weekend. And we got your trivia answer for the alternate as Alpha. So thanks for checking in. Let's go talk to KD8 EPC Dustin. See if he's out there. Dustin, are you out there? Do you have comments on the Beacon Net? All right, I think Dustin's in full pumpkin mode. Looks like he didn't respond during the pre-show either. So, Godspeed, Dustin. Sleep well. Let's talk to the next one, the other Nick. Yeah, KD8 SLG. Just the other Nick. How you doing, sir? What do you have for the Beacon Net tonight?
KE8QKS, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Nick at Night, and all of Beacon Netizens. Let's start with trivia. I'm going to go with the Marconi guy on the first one, and I don't know. Charlie on the second one. I love Alan's questions. They're fabulous. Anyway, we had an XCOM meeting today. That was fun. Always a good time. You know, Gary's leaving us in a couple of months. Exciting times, Nick. Exciting times. Looking forward to Winter Field Day. I hear the food is going to be fantabulous. So I'll let Josh talk about that. Meeting Thursday night. I will be there. Hope to see a bunch of all you all there. That's all I got for tonight. Thanks, Nick. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Nick. Yeah, Josh might talk about that. I think the food might be slightly better than fair. We'll see how it turns out. hopefully it turns out well. That's the plan anyway. Yeah. Sadly, I will not make it to the club meeting on Thursday. Got stuff going on, and I'll spend that night in the bathroom. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Nick. I appreciate it. Next, we have W8HRF, the Winter Field Day Coordinator Extreme himself. Josh, take it away.
I just bring a notepad and take notes when people talk. K8QKO, W8HRF. Good evening, Nick. Hope you're doing well. Long time no see. Let's see, for the trivia questions, I'm going to go with Marconi, Guglio, and I don't know how to say the name. Galigimo. Lucy is telling me it's Galigimo, Marconi. Say it again. Galigimo. Okay, apparently that's right. Anyways, and then for Allen's, I'm going to go with the Jacuzzi Brothers. Sounds right. If not, it sounds fun. Yeah, we went out and checked out the field day site yesterday, and that was very productive. That was awesome. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. I'm excited. It's going to be really cool. Let me let this drop for a second. Thank you to everybody who came out yesterday and helped take a look at the site and help us plan. So that's good. We made a lot of progress on that. If you'd like to operate Winter Field Day, sign-up sheets on the w8wky.org for operating and for meals. So it should be splendid. I know I am looking forward to enjoying a lot of Nick and Nite's fine cooking. So barbecuing, smoking, I don't know. Sorry, I'm falling asleep. I'll catch you guys all later. Have a good night, all. W8HRF, back to K8QK, 73 all.
All right. Well, thank you, Josh. Yeah, I'll be cooking a bunch of food up for field day. We're doing pulled pork, mac and cheese, and beans for the dinner. Well, lunch meats for the lunch. I'm not doing breakfast the next day, and I'll probably just maybe do some appetizers or different things to keep the operators operating and happy. That's my plan. And when your wife tells you how to pronounce something, just assume that she's right. Say, yes, ma'am, you are right, I am wrong, and move on. But she's probably right in that case, I think. However, we all still love to say Guglielmo because we love Guglielmo. And speaking of the better half there, John, let's go talk to K8YUK, Miss Lucy.
K88APC KEAYUK. Hi, everybody. Before I forget trivia, I'm going to copy Josh. I'm going to do Guglielmo. Oh, now you've got me doing it. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to bed. I can't deal with it. And Jacuzzi. The Jacuzzi Brothers. Oh, my goodness. No, it sounds good right now, a Jacuzzi. I need to go to bed. Okay. Yeah, today was fine. Mass was good. Hanging out with people was good. Betty had an accident in her bed, not good. It was the mattress without a mattress protector, extra not good. That was most of my day. But I'm learning how to crochet, and yeah, sorry, I just have nothing. Just trying to keep on keeping on. Mad that winter's back. I got into a gardening kick since it warmed up, and now that it's snowing again, I just feel stalled out. But I've got some seeds that need to be winter sown, so I'll probably figure out a way to plug those in the ground one way or another, some kind of dirt system. And I'll see if we stop in at Winter Field Day or not. I've got to think about that more, especially now that it's coming up. But I am sure it will be a blast for everyone who can make it. So, that, I'll wish you guys 73s and a wonderful evening. K8YUK to K8QKO. What did I say? K8QKO. 73s, and God bless everybody.
All right, well, thank you, Lucy. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha. And you know, all the comments about Betty you put on the net, it's fantastic. We're going to have this YouTube channel where you have all these comments someday, and maybe when she's older, you can kind of like maybe go find the videos and just kind of plug them all out and put them into a big, long, like, message and play them for her and her friends when she's older about how she messed her bed and all those sorts of things. But I'll tell you what, it's better that she messes her bed than yours, because that's unfortunate when that happens. Ask me how I know. Anyway, thanks, Lucy. I appreciate it. And next we have, this is KEQK on the WWKY repeater, 147 Mark 290, positive also with a PL zone of 114 Mark 8. And now we're going to talk to KI5 DAY, Alan, to see what he's got for that tonight. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY net, just in case you didn't know, locally it's 10 p.m. I just heard that on the radio from some strange lady. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give my regular trivia answer. I'm going to say the dude with the name Googly Elmo. That tickles, yeah. We're going to go with Elmo because it's just fun to say Googly Elmo, almost as much fun as saying Cornwaldo bean. But yeah, good times. Goober Grape, okay, Goober Grape. I was talking in the screen, and Nick said they still have that where he's at it. Maybe it's here, according to what Tim's saying, but I'm going to have to go look for some of that. We used to get that when I was a kid. That was fantastic. Of course, you can make your own by just mixing peanut butter and jelly together, but there's something about Goober Grape that's just out of this world. Not to be confused with, what was that movie with Leonardo da Vinci? Never mind. The rabbit holes, yeah, they're everywhere. I forgot what I was going to say. Lucy was cracking me up a while ago. That was pretty funny stuff because, man, when you're tired, you don't know where you're going. Your brain just starts traveling. The mind's happening, too, just like that. Try not to cough. That's the frustrating thing. But anyways, all is good. I forgot what else I was going to say, but it's been fun tonight. KI5DAY, back to you.
All right, well, thank you, Alan. Got your answer down for Charlie for the main trivia. You know what? I remember Goober Grape as a kid. I think I probably liked it as a kid, but now as an adult, I don't think I would like it. I look at it and I'm like, they're mixed. I don't want my peanut butter and my jelly mixed. Granted, I put them on the sandwich. They go on the sandwich together, but I always put one on one piece of bread and one on the other piece of bread, and when they get put together, I don't get to see it anymore. So it's like, it's almost like they're mixed, but they're not mixed in my head. If I look in the jar and I see they're mixed, that's going to be no bueno. And I'm guessing for some, I don't know, there's probably an even number of lines of jelly and lines of peanut butter, so that'd be good. But if there was an odd number where there was like more lines of peanut butter than lines of jelly, I would notice that right away now, and that would bug me, and I'd never eat the stuff. But that's just how I am, and sometimes I'm kind of weird like that. Anyway, thanks for checking in there, Alan. I appreciate it. Now we have a new check-in from the blue screen. We're going to go down and talk to him real quick. That's K4OG. Mark, how you doing, sir? And what do you have for the beacon net tonight? WWKR repeater, apparently I was a frequency. Yeah, I was good thing, and there was some buzzing, but I'm back on it now, I think. So maybe if somebody says I'm still lost, then that might be it. Anyone want to speak of that? Please say your call sign. Please call about. Please call with your name and
You're off frequency or something. Your transmission's all garbled, and I don't think it was a double.
Oh dear, I knocked my tone off, K4OG.
All right, OG, you sound great. KE8QKO, KD2SLG. You want to give it a try, Nick?
KD2SLG, K8QKO. Am I sounding better?
Yeah, man, we can get you now. Maybe you and OG were just talking over each other with a perfect mess up. Have at it, man. KD2SLG clear.
All right, copy that, sir. Thanks. Yeah, somebody said it was off frequency. I looked, and I was on 389 instead of 390. So I was like, oh, I'm off. And I went back on, and people were still saying I was off, so that's weird. Anyway, I'm back on. I'm here. And let's go talk to K4OG, see what he's got going on tonight. Take it away, Mark.
KE8QKO, K4OG, and the gang. Sorry to delay your net. Sorry to cross swords with each other. My goodness. Yeah, I was just saying I was overly involved in trying to figure out what 3D printer to pick of Mini, and I didn't realize I had almost missed the net till I was about to turn off my 9700. It woke up and the spectrum analyzer lit up pretty green waves, and I was like, oh, I'm missing the net. So anyway, I'll try to give you a trivia answer. Let's see, A, B, C. C with the first one, and oh god, what's Ellen got? Large band underwater jet mechanical. Relaxing in jacuzzi. What's the original name? Oh my god. Alpha for the second one. K4OG, thanks for letting me play. Back to net.
All right. Well, thanks, Mark. Thanks for checking in there. 3D printers. I've got a Creality Ender 3 V2 I've had for a long time, and it works for me. I think if I was looking at a new printer, I might be looking at like a Bamboo Labs one. I kind of like those a lot. So if I was looking at one, that would probably be at the top of my list. I'd probably be digging around and looking at a lot of them to make sure that's what I wanted. But that's probably something I'd go with, because those are something that has auto leveling. It has a nice case around it, because my office, it's hard to print in the wintertime. It's hard to get temperatures right. And so, yeah, I would want something that's auto leveling. They could print out something with a decent space, and I would like to be able to do multiple colors. So that's where I would sit with a printer if it was me. But you can keep looking all you want and make your decision. I'm sure you will. We have your answer now is Charlie at Alpha. And this is KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 290, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We're ready for more check-ins. If you want to check in as BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, I didn't really hear anything. There was some buzzing, but that's about it. So if you're just trying to check in, we got nothing but buzzing. So that's about it. We're break for time. All right, we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up tonight. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, KI5DAY, KD8. Oh, wait. We didn't get our trivia answers. What am I thinking? I'm such a silly guy. Let's go talk to K8VZA and get our trivia answer. Eric, take it away.
KE8QKO in the net, KE8VZA here with the main trivia answer. Which physicist first demonstrated that electromagnetic waves could be transmitted over short distances? Was it Heinrich Hertz, which was option alpha, or Bravo, James Clerk Maxwell, or Charlie, the ever-popular Guglielmo Marconi, or Delta, Alfred Nobel? It was actually alpha, Heinrich Hertz. Let me take a break for time, and I'll read you the backstory. KE8VZA returning. So Heinrich Hertz was a German physicist who showed that Scottish physicist James Clerk Maxwell's theory of electromagnetism was indeed correct, and that light and heat are electromagnetic radiations. Between 1885 and 1889, while he was a professor of physics, that's Hertz that was a professor, at Karlsruhe Polytechnic, he produced electromagnetic waves in the laboratory and measured their length and velocity. He showed that the nature of their vibration and their susceptibility to reflection and refraction were the same as those of light and heat waves. As a result, he established beyond any doubt that light and heat are electromagnetic radiations, and the electromagnetic waves were called Hertzian, and later they called them radio waves. So there you have it. So he took Maxwell's theory and actually demonstrated it and proved it to be true. So there you have it, Heinrich Hertz. KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, well, thank you, Eric. Looks like I got one right. Yay! I love it when I get one right. Let's go talk to KI5DAY and see if we can make it 2 for 2. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, I'm rather disappointed. I really was hoping that it would be Guglielmo, but it wasn't. That's a bummer, man, because, you know, that's such a cool name. But anyways, tonight's alternate trivia, what was it? I forgot. If you were in a large bath with a system of underwater jets to massage the body, you would be relaxing in the jacuzzi. What was the original name of the name? Whoa, what was the original origin of the name used to name the jacuzzi? That makes no sense at all now that I reread that. But the actual name was from the Jacuzzi brothers, believe it or not. And originally, their name was misspelled when they migrated to America. It was an I instead of a J. It was like Ayakuzi, and it was misspelled as Jacuzzi when they immigrated in 1907 to America. The brothers were the ones that originated the jacuzzi itself, and there was 7 of them: Giacondo, Frank, Rachel, Candido, Joseph, Galindo, and Valeriano. So yeah, they created the jacuzzi. But I thought B would throw everybody off a little bit, except for those that Google their answers every week, because, you know, the thermal springs. I thought I needed about 1,000 points for that answer. But anyways, still a lot of fun doing the alt trivia. Thanks for playing along. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, Alan. I also wonder if you were going to buy one of their jacuzzis, would they make you an offer you couldn't refuse? But, yeah, thanks for doing the alternate trivia. I got that one wrong. I'd have preferred if it was any other answer, but that's how it goes sometimes. Yeah, all right, great. This is K8QKO on the WWKR Beater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. And we're going to do one more round and one more round only of check-ins or rechecks with the beacon net. If you want to check in or recheck to the beacon net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Here is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, AB8MO Andy in Newberry, recheck.
AB8MO, go ahead with your recheck, sir.
All right, I just spent the last almost hour recalibrating my node. It is within 0.17 dB input signal to output signal, so if I turn it up any more, it will distort. So I'm just wondering if it's improved any, or if I still need to scream. KE8QKL from AB8MO.
All right, Andy, I'm going to be honest. I really wanted to say that it's gotten worse so that you would scream on the back end and then maybe scream into the radio and be like, I give up. But no, it sounds pretty good to me. So I think you got it dialed in. Thanks for the recheck.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it changed, but we'll keep it. I went too high and then I went too low, and the closest I could get it, like I said, was about a quarter of a dB, and it's actually a quarter of a dB too high on the output now. So it's default audio. I know the handheld is overmodulated. This is right at default mic gain. So thanks, Nick, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better on everybody's ears in the future. KE8QKL from AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Thanks for that recheck there. And you know what? If we count the duplicate check-ins and we count Andy's recheck, we are at 42 check-ins. That's pretty awesome. So, with that, now I'm going to wrap this thing up. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8VZA, K5DAY, K8SLG, W8HRF, K8YUK, K8EPC, and Larry the Rubber Chicken, I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, here on the W8WKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and EchoLink W8WKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sundays. Don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, 73 all.
W8WKY.